Hi, I'm Brendan Sauer, Product Manager at Discover Battery for the Advanced Energy Systems Division. In front of me here, I have 4 lithium iron phosphate batteries. They each reflect a similar footprint to 12-volt lead acid batteries, and today we're going to open them up, look inside, and see how different manufacturers approach the construction of these smaller lithium blocks. The first 2 batteries in focus here are both U1 footprints. I like to call these SLA retrofits, and that's because they've both taken sealed lead acid cases and had the inner cell partitions cut out and then put the cell module inside. So one battery here from Back Energy, the other one from Optimum Nano. Let's look inside. Both modules here share very similar design philosophies, both using cylindrical cells. You'll see that they're wrapped with looks like a paper cardboard material. Oftentimes you'll see this or heat shrink. The reason you want to protect the cells from each other is that the case of this cell is actually the negative terminal. So you don't want them touching different potentials. Both modules also have what some vendors call PCMs, so more of a protection module or a control module. They both utilize solid state relays. This particular module, I don't see any temperature sensors in the block. We just have our voltage pickups, and they're kind of loosely routed on the bottom. A few pinch points I see there. This one also routing its voltage pickups along the bottom, and I do see a temperature probe in the cell block itself. There's some hot glue, both the top and the bottom on this one. I'm not sure exactly what the intention of that is. This one, lots of capped on tape holding it together. So as you can see, very similar designs. Also, we can see the nickel plate. So in order to make our series and parallel connections, we've soldered on some nickel plate there. Similar to this one. This one just uses strips, so there's not a solid plate there. Looking in more detail at the PCMs, I noticed that both don't have any gate resistors on the MOSFETs here. So the solid state relay is comprised of MOSFETs. And what a gate resistor does is it just helps all of them work together and turn off or on at the same time. So under high loads, without a gate resistor, we may see some oscillation. One will turn on while the others are off. So it's analogous to the suspension in your car, not having struts. So it's nice to see those gate resistors. Just adds a little bit more refinement to the design. Now that we've had a fairly good look at these modules, let's step back and take a look at the next 2. These 2 modules have been separated from the first 2 because they're purpose-built lithium batteries. The molds and case design have been purpose-built for the internals, so we're not taking old cases and reusing them somehow. One module from Top Band here and Discover's very own 15 series. I'll now remove the cell blocks. This module here uses prismatic cells. You can see that everything about this has been purpose-built to this battery. So we've got a mechanical structure here that houses our cells. All the series connections and parallel connections are made with bus bar on top, nice sturdy threads and bolts. All in all, a well thought out design. You do notice that the cover is still attached. So one really difficult question to answer when designing a lithium module is how can the terminals get from inside the cell block through the cover? Oftentimes the terminals are just epoxied into the case and the attachments are done with a flexible wire here. Flexible because the case gets sandwiched on top and they have to go somewhere. So similar looking block to Discover. We are using cylindrical cells. Just remove some of that mechanical vibration material. Also notice bus bar design, fairly compact BMS. So these modules can both communicate. This particular one has the simple PCM module. It can be upgraded to a Bluetooth version that will speak SOC and current and whatnot. This one uses RS-232 to communicate all of its relevant information. This has been a short review of smaller lithium modules. There's a range of product, right from simple protection control modules, designs put inside existing lead acid cases, to purpose-built designs with fully featured BMSs. When you're out there doing your research, looking to buy, make sure you ask your vendor what's in the box.